Oh. You just know you're getting to a certain kind of age when you can't physically move without making some sort of audible noise. Hello, welcome back. We're doing a bit of a blast from the past today. We're doing a little bit of time travel magic. It's gonna be a cozy one, so enjoy, grab a snack, grab a drink. I just have subscription boxes. They're a very interesting one, aren't they? They almost feed off of this sense of lack that we have as it is anyway, and in the material world, subscription boxes almost fill in that kind of like blank space where we can potentially use that blank space to realize maybe I do have enough. I don't actually need anything right now. I feel good actually. Maybe you've got all the stuff that you've needed on your wish list. Maybe you don't have a wish list and you don't particularly need or want anything right now. Ding dong, the subscription box train has arrived and it's telling you that there's stuff they know you need that you don't even know that you need, but you know you need it because it's dopamine. Ding, 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 knocking at your door. It's allowing you to feel the feeling you get when the postman arrives, even if you don't even want anything. Of course we're going to buy into that. And I think subscription boxes get even more interesting when it dips into the spiritual world, the spiritual community, the conscious community, because it is wasteful. Like, let's be real. Buying things when we don't even know what it is that we're buying, but we also don't really need anything, to the point where we are happy to sign the dotted line for a box to arrive packed with stuff that we potentially might want, because it plays with the element of the universe coming into play, you know, and perhaps some of them milk this, giving me something that I need at this time without me even knowing I need it. But as well as that, I think what saves that potential like endless pit of unnecessary wants and needs, a lot of good ones in my opinion are very personal. The more of a personal touch they've got, the less of it's just throwing a bunch of items in a box and throwing it into someone's house and calling it a day. Handwritten stuff and like thought into the way it's like presented and crafted, and if there's themes, I love a theme, created in a way where that person feels like it's almost a gift and it's an experience, a learning experience also, because there's information involved, there's research. So for instance, where like more witchy boxes is because there's a lot of ones that are focused around herbs and like learning how to use them and what they do in tinctures and what they do in teas and how they can help your body, and truly it could be an all day kind of chat. But Mindful Souls in particular has heavy emphasis around Buddha, and they like to use Buddha's face and the statue of Buddha in their pictures and their imagery online. But it's like one of the only mascots you can kind of really rely on as like, oh yes, I know what that is. Like, this box must be about spiritual people. But what's really funny to me is that one of the main principles of Buddhism, one of the main principles of Nirvana, which is like the state you aim to reach as a Buddhist, is the very fact that materialism, like stuff and things, don't mean jack. Like, it's not important. Nothing good that comes from needing and wanting things. In fact, they are very much about release and letting go of anything, like about yourself, your identity, to help you actually evolve and progress into the person that you're here to be and to be of service. Very interesting, because it's almost like a paradox. Maybe Mindful Souls would like to believe that if Buddha did have a subscription box, then it would be just like this one. But actually, I would expect it to be empty. Nothing in it but stardust. And even that, before you've even like looked at it properly, it would probably disappear. His point being, you are the stardust, bitch. Personally, I was actually contacted out of the blue. They were like, do you want 2 boxes? See how I'm starting this video so savage, even though they're watching this video. You can't tame me. I'm my own woman with my own free will. So I was like, if it's landing in my lap, I'm gonna take that. So I wanna see what's in this mystery. And while I'm doing that, I'm also gonna rap. Apparently, everything I say or see is coming out as a rhyme. But now it's time to open this up. And while I do so, I'll drink from my cup. I know, I don't know what's happening either. Box number 1. One of the first things I will mention is, I feel like this is one of the most expensive metaphysical boxes out there that you can get, being around £40, that's UK pounds. So honestly, that's around about $49 for everyone else, because the world revolves around America. That's a lot. I'm gonna give you a code if you wanna try them out. If you do like them and you're here for a code, I know some people scalp the internet for subscription box codes. God bless you. My code will get you 15% off. Just like that. You've opened a whole new world of new possibilities. Sorry, they're not new, they're just possibilities. Comes with a little pamphlet. Mindfulness is a key to self-love. At the core of what we do lies a very simple truth. Here we go. This is it. By showing yourself the love you deserve, you're teaching the rest of the world how to love you. Aww. I like that. That's a very nice manifestation law. The part of you that doesn't want to treat yourself with a subscription box is the same part of you isn't allowing you to accept gifts and love and offering from people when they're trying to just give it from their own free will. Next time you wonder, like, why don't I ever attract certain kinds of people, or why don't I ever get these nice things or manifest things as easy as other people, ask yourself, do you ever give yourself those things that you're asking other people to do or asking the universe to let flow in? And then they start bouncing back. I can pick and choose what I want to do. Yes, bitch, you can. As is the law of manifestation / conscious work, it's actually backwards to how the stuff that we see in our physical form goes, which is why you can pick and choose what you want to do. Love that. Okay, this box smells lovely, and I believe it's because of this incense. I like to see a good quality incense, which this is. Great, because I don't actually know how like ethically sourced all this stuff is. Again, that's another issue. A lot of boxes tend to just buy things on like really shitty websites and claim to be spiritual beings. Originally from India, it's a unique blend of rare herbs, flowers, resins, and oils free from toxic materials. I don't really use stickers very much, not gonna lie, though I could probably put this on my sketchbook. They all come in their own little baggies, which is a nice little touch. These come in handy for so many things. These come in handy actually with spells, spell pouches. Okay, so we've got a little box, and inside the box is a bat. Imagine. Oh wow, please don't make my finger green. Is it adjustable? Yes, it's an adjustable ring. Wow, I love the detailing on the side. How it like looks almost like a tree or something growing into the crystal. Can you see what I mean by the lovely tree branches that's connecting it? I don't think I've ever owned quite something like this before. It's a blue kyanite. This beautiful ring might become your new secret hack to building a relationship that thrives on harmony and mutual understanding. Yes, please. Can not only encourage self-expression, blue is always about self-expression. This is why I love working with blue, but also deepen all types of connection. Use it to mend a broken relationship or find common ground with your partner. Even more, this gorgeous crystal is part of an exclusive set of stones that does not retain negative energy and like so does not require spiritual cleansing. That's really interesting. Does anyone have any tips on making notes of your crystals and their uses? Because I know I'll forget what this crystal is, I'll forget what it's for. Like, how do I keep this close to the information? Because otherwise I'll just end up with crystals everywhere in every room with bits of paper stuck to them. Next up in our box of goodies, we have ooh, what is this? This is gorgeous. It looks like it's got rose quartz, a pointed rose quartz here at the bottom. Gorgeous. And again, this looks like the chakra colors. It's a pendulum. Using this as a divination tool would be the most epic thing ever. So yeah, you ask it a question that you know the answer to. So, is my name Ellie? And then whatever movement it decides to make is your yes. So I'm going to take that as a yes. And then you ask it a question like, is my name Bob Ross? And then whatever it does then, it can do nothing at all, and that's going to be your no. See how it's going this way and that way, and I can take that as a no. So now I know what yes and no means. I can ask whatever question my heart wants to ask it. Are you a beautiful little pendulum? She's like, yes, bitch. Amazing. Cannot wait to use that. Ooh. Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is right up my street. Ooh, what is that inside it? This has been fused together or something. I wish it included like where they got the items from. I love when subscription boxes also promote brands. I believe that the chains aren't gonna be that expensive, right? It smells, I would say these are probably cheaper chains. This is citrine, and I'm not even joking. I have been calling in citrine for so long. I just need a chunky monkey of citrine to sit in that corner of there. I really want to find peace. So, but this looks like it's copper wrapped around some gorgeous citrine, and citrine's great for money. I've been doing a lot of money work. I mean, I've had tons of mental breakthroughs. I didn't realize how toxic my relationship around money was, and I'm coming out of it. I can feel my reality changing in consequence, which has been incredible. She's gonna guide me through the rest of this journey. My God, it is gorgeous. I love the kind of rose gold, like the rose colored chain with the gold crystal. It's gorgeous, beautiful. That's got to be my favorite part of this box so far, for sure. Wrapped raw citrine. Not only is it citrine, it's raw, and raw crystal is my favorite kind of crystal. Transform your raw intentions into polished realities with the manifestation power of raw natural citrine. I like that. Transform your raw intentions into polished realities. I am a manifester by my human design, so as a manifester, maybe that's why I'm attracted to the raw crystals. It creates an ambience of happiness and elevates the vibrations in your home. Well, I obviously associate it to money, but it's like infusing your relationship to money with citrine, realizing that it's a happy thing, it's a positive thing, it's an energy exchange, it's a form of appreciation rather than like chokehold, suffocation, control. Another little baggie. Oh, it's amethyst. I've got a lot of amethyst, but this makes a nice palm crystal, a palm stone. The amethyst I use in my palm when I'm tarot reading. If you want to book a tarot reading with me, and I hold amethyst in my left hand or whatever crystal I'm working with, just to get a bit of extra like information or energy. I've only got pointed amethysts, so it kind of like hurts sometimes. See how it kind of looks like there's a cut? Has this been repaired maybe? And I don't care, I don't mind, it's just an interesting thing to know. Tumbled amethyst stone. So this says amethyst is a natural stress reliever that brings protection and spiritual growth. When I look at amethyst, I think of my mum because she has a lot of it in her bedroom, or at least she used to. So I've got one on my bedside table, and I believe I put one on my partner's as well. I mean, he loves a crystal, he thinks they're beautiful. I don't think he's necessarily going to use them for their property reasons though, but when you date a witch, expect all sorts to be under your pillow and your bedside table, in your face lotion. This is more of a box rather than a baggie. Is this the last of it? And it sounds crazy, but I do reuse the worms as well. I'll probably end up reusing this box too, because I do ship a lot of things around the world as one of my businesses. Oh, wow, it's a crystal comb. I never even thought about combing your hair with a crystal for like glamour magic and such. It's a jade hair comb used for centuries to stimulate blood circulation, promoting new hair growth. Combing massages all of the acupoints of the head, which regulates excitement and inhibition in the cerebral cortex. Ooh, I mean, I'm not gonna do that now because my hair's curly. I'm intrigued by this. I'm gonna have a little look online for some information around the acupoints. I can imagine that feeling good. Deep in Aries season now, and Aries season is all about like the head. They love a good head massage. It releases all of that pent up like stress and anger that Aries people tend to have a lot of because like it's almost congested in that headspace, and I have suffered so much with congestion. As soon as Aries hit, I was getting sinus and congestion issues in the ears as well, so I'm usually that type who doesn't like to be controlled by the stars and astrology. I'm like, no, I want to be my own person. But it keeps on clawing me back, and I'm like, okay, dear. Yes, you get your money's worth. I don't feel like it's the $120 that they claim it to be, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it when boxes say, our box is worth X amount of money. Like, you don't need to tell me what the box in your minds is worth. Just make sure you cover the amount I've paid, and I don't mind if it meets even. It's the element of surprise I'm also paying for, it being put together and it being like a beautiful experience and a fun experience. So on to the next one. Oh my goodness. And just like that, you've opened a whole new world. You will bloom if you take the time to water yourself. I see the theme here seems to be very much about like this being your self-care ritual. My Instagram handle for all my kind of more spiritual stuff, the bits that I think the muggles on my main Instagram won't enjoy, is actually mindfully mystic. To be mystic, to be a magical, mystical, metaphysical woman, I have to approach that in a very mindful and intentional way. Like, yes, I am magic by nature, but to really like tap into that and to feel it and understand it and believe it, there's a very kind of mindful process that happens. Like, I've got to live my life in a very mindful way, aware and conscious of the way I communicate and who I interact with, and like it's that like feminine, masculine back and forth dance all the time. So it starts with a sticker, grow from the inside. I will for sure be using this sticker. Do you know what? I'm going to show you my sketchbook to just prove to you that this is getting stuck on my sketchbook. Oh my gosh, look at this sexy queen. Not what I wanted to show you, however. What I wanted to show you was my tree sketches. I'm hugely inspired by trees. Gaia tree. Are you kidding me? You might not be able to see properly, but he's gonna be brought to life soon, and so is this gorgeous guy supporting this little man under him. I just love trees. I think they can teach us so much, because at the end of the day, we are so egotistical and just backward. It's actually laughable at this point. And this is affirmation for acceptance. I love and accept myself the way I am, and I love and accept others the same. It starts from within, folks. If you can accept all of the light and dark, the shit and the magic in yourself, you start realizing everyone else here is just a big grown version of a child form that survived. Also, I think there's so much we can work with outside of acceptance. So it's not about being blindly accepting and saying, right, I'm an accepting human being, I've got to accept all these people, even if you don't actually, like, in your true core, accept it. Remember, when you hit something that says I don't accept this person, it could be in anger, it could be in anxiety, it could be in frustration or like disgust or judgment. Don't shun that away, welcome it. Give it a cup of tea and say, girl, why are you here? Like, where did you come from? Who sent you? Were you my parents? Were you my mom, my dad, society? Were you like media or movies I watched as a kid? Like, tell me why you're here. I just want to talk to you and have a conversation. Anything that meets you that isn't acceptance in your day-to-day life is something you have learned along the way. Innately, as our like baby selves, as our original self, is love and acceptance. That's our like reset. So when you hit anything up here or down there that isn't acceptance, feel it into your body. Like, let it be there, let it exist, and kind of like move with it. If it's like erratic and shaky, and move that erratic shakiness. If it's a certain color, if it's green, and if the texture's like sticky, or maybe it's like hairy, just feel it. Just feel it, feel it, feel it, and what it needs from you. If it is judgments for someone else, or if it is anger for someone else, that jealousy or that like frustration is just asking you to prove it, that there is a world not only where it's welcome, but there is also a world where it is safe. There is also a world where you can do certain things regardless of it being there and still survive, because a lot of the times the things outside of acceptance is a survival mechanism. It's simply your body saying like, oh my God, I am cringed out by this person because I don't feel safe, essentially, and so why don't I? The emotion needs you as a human to start doing more things in your life that prove it is safe to feel that emotion. Jealousy might need you to put more energy into your dream that you forgot about. That's why everything in our reality is just a representation, is just a reflection of ourselves. Your boyfriend might see your friend as someone who's achieved their dream job and succeeded, but you may see them as undeserving or like, oh, what a lucky strike. Why? Don't push it down. Don't look at this affirmation card and say, well, I love and accept myself the way I am and I love and accept others the same way. No, if you're not feeling that, ask yourself why. I'm not tending to my own dreams, or her dream is associated to my dream I had as a child and I haven't actually done anything about it. That's how the darkness can show you the way. That's why shadow work is so good. This one is Nature's Meditation. It's jasmine, a scent famous for opening the heart chakra. That scent is a bit more for like going to sleep. I feel like I would probably burn that at nighttime. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? It's a chakra necklace. Beautiful. That is actually gorgeous. Loads of different choices for how long you might want the necklace to go. Again, I do think this is a cheaper chain. I just won't choose to keep this on for a long time. It's funny though, isn't it? Because if it's a cheaper chain, it makes you wonder about the crystals and how they've sourced those. Oh my goodness, the crystals come off my ring. The metal is just holding it together. That makes me a bit nervous about going outside of that. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. Chakra necklace. Intentions are harmony and flow. Harness its balancing properties to align your energy centers and clean any blockages. I would love a professional to kind of assess all of these items and the legitness of every crystal that's like involved. Maybe I can even do some Google Lens searching and see if I can find these items anywhere else on the internet. A lot of people will go to like a handmade shop, a tincture shop, lotion shop, and they think, wow, so expensive. We're so used to buying things so cheaply, especially with magical things. Like, you want that to be filled with good energy. You want to be holding something classy that is a good representation of like your love for yourself and your like, if you're always wearing like cheap quality stuff and things that you find on like dodgy websites, like that is basically what you're telling yourself, your existence, the essence of you, that you're worth. You're holding together clothes that are like not a lot of money and you don't love them that much because you're going to throw them next month anyway. It's like saying, I want a cheap reality bounce back at me. Like, we are also, sounds corny, but our temple. We are also our altars. You're a walking, talking representation of the life that you want to live too. So watch what you carry on your body, watch what words you speak from your body, and watch what you invest in, like who you're giving your money to. If it is someone who's been hunched over working hard on their business and the energy they put in and the love they give to it and how they fuse it with a certain kind of energy that feels magnetic, like that speaks volumes. Anyways, next up, after my little rant, another baggie here. Oh my goodness. Again, I love raw crystals, but I love wands as well. I actually have a gorgeous wand from a while back that actually split in half while I was giving someone a tarot reading. We took that as a very important message at the time, but because it's in a wand form, it's about directing it as well. So this would be really good working with someone else, like to give them, like to run across their body. I like placing wands on top of tarot cards because it's a nice shape for it. Very nice to hold on to like this. Maybe if you're meditating on love or bringing love in, it's a really good crystal to hold if you want to vibrate from a place of love and acceptance into the rest of the day, especially if you're dealing with people that make you feel the opposite. Peach selenite stick. Self-discovery and enlightenment is the element of water, and it's the crown chakra. Selenite is one of my favorite crystals to exist because it's so versatile. It is believed to connect you with your inner self and true path, especially when starting something new. I, again, as a manifester, like I am so much about newness. I love potential. I love the start of like expansion, that pending feeling. And selenite is like a very good crystal for manifestation, keeping in your hand when you are meditating for that, when you are thinking about expansion and possibilities. And it's a good crystal for the morning. It's a good crystal for holding while like having your first cup of coffee or tea of the day. There's actually a really nice ritual that comes underneath. Recognizing your blessings might be the way to manifest true healing, and the good news is all you need is 5 minutes of your day. I have a potion pot that I put slips of paper in featuring blessings in my life, so things that have happened that have been almost like a miracle and so magical and crazy and hard to like believe. So this pot here has like empty slips of paper in it, and I write on those bits of paper good things that have happened, put it in there. I put a little tiny mirror at the bottom of this pot, as well as crystals that support magnetizing that energy further, so what goes in bounces back out. That was the purpose of this. Like attracts like. If we're always going to be focused on protecting ourselves from a curse, then you're just giving that curse more energy, and I don't believe I need to be protected, because that's insinuating that I have something to be protected from. It states here what you need is a journal and pen, peach selenite stick, and the incense that this box comes with, nature's meditation incense. Light the incense and let its floral scent calm any racing thoughts. Hold the peach selenite stick in your dominant hand, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and focus on on its gentle energy. Open your journal and write down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be simple or significant aspects of your life, like a loving partner or a great cup of coffee. Take your time with this part of the ritual. Let the feelings of gratitude flow as you write. So a bit like what I've just said, like when I write the slips of paper, I really feel that feeling that the blessing came with. Like if someone sent me an email about an amazing opportunity, I like think about that and all the amazingness it's going to bring into my life and how crazy it felt to open that email. I'll take the paper and feel it again and just like really just sink into it. And as I'm like deep in that feeling and I'm like riding that high at the very peak, I throw it into the pot, imagine it like blasting back into the universe. And now I'm going to take this with me as part of that practice, and I'm just going to kind of add this into the practice and see if it makes much of a difference in the impact of what comes back. So cool, love a little tool. Next up we have, I'm very intrigued about this. So is this a candle? Ooh, I think it is. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. There is what looks like rose. That's either rosemary. I think it might be rose petals and rosemary. Peridot crystal. Intentions are healing and relaxation. Look in there. Oh my goodness. Often considered a healing stone, peridot is believed to help release negative patterns and emotions, making it easier to manifest emotional healing and happiness. The amount of people that think we can manifest without releasing anything. Oh my God. Like, why do you think what you want isn't in your life? It's because you're holding on to something that wants it there. Like, you have to release these beliefs. You have to release these negative patterns. Love that. I'd love to know if this is soy. Quick burning candles are often cheap ones. I've just had a little peek on Google Lens of the items that I've been sent in these boxes already, and I am finding them on places like Amazon and eBay. They're like £5, at most £6 I'm finding them, and that's from like not a bulk perspective. Like, I'm not bulk buying, I'm just one customer who can get that for like £6, meaning the items in the box is the collective. And if you think about like the box and the packaging and the shipping, you're actually breaking even. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't mind it breaking even or even me paying more than what I get if the person's also put energy into it. You know, they're like writing things and coming up with cool aspects and themes. Like it's artistic and it's an experience, but I don't necessarily get that with these guys. Next item. Oh wow. Okay, this is right up my street. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever this is so pretty. I need it in my kitchen. Oh my God, this is so me. Like, this is disgustingly me. I love things that are glittery, and I love pinks and moons and stars. And my kitchen has so much sunshine coming in and like reflections of like light. So I love hanging things in the kitchen because it just gets so much love from the sun. Oh, this is an agate sun catcher. Its intentions are energy and purpose. Its element is fire, and the chakra is the solar plexus. Known for its radiant energy, yellow agate can help you overcome feelings of lethargy and refresh your sense of purpose. Hang it up in a place where it can catch sunlight and absorb its positive energy. Imagine having this as an earring. I just adore this so much. Cute. These aren't crystals, these are just cheap gems here. That's the crystal, and then is a bit of metal. Cool. And is this the last? Oh my God, I'm sad. Oh, it's green. I think the reason why I like green crystals so much is because they're often very earthly, nice and grounded, but also like full of awe and potential. This is a self-realization and release. The throat and heart. Known as the compassion stone, this gem is a mix of 3 crystals. It's got malachite in it, turquoise, and chrysoprase. Oh wow. Its energy invites you to release intense emotions like anger and fear, which is definitely a part of the manifestation process. Again, people seem to think like asking the universe for things means that we skip the very human experience that we're living in. Use these kind of tools to aid you in it, like not to suppress you from it. Keep it close to you, especially during times of high stress or anxiety and when you're doing shadow work. Exactly. So which one do I prefer? Oh my God. That dreamy sun catcher. I just love the sun. Sun meditation is one of my favorite meditations. It's one of my best ways to gain confidence and vitality and energy. Sun basking is one of my favorite like forms of elemental magic. But then again, this box here came with the necklace that I refused to take off. Oh, the pendulum as well, and I can't wait to give that a try. I'm gonna have to say this one wins slightly because I'm so drawn to that citrine necklace. I love citrine and I've been calling it in for a long time, but I'll be so sad to leave the sun catcher behind. So I really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this too. Let me know what your favorite item in the entire video is. Mostly I want to know what your opinion is on subscription boxes, particularly subscription boxes that is aimed at the spiritual community, the spiritual world. The spiritual world. Does it contradict with our principles, or is it simply another element of fun to play with? Is it a very nice gateway for people to start becoming conscious? For me, I kind of had to have this sort of conversation myself about how, yes, things do get trendy, and like tarot and manifestation and witchcraft has been like so overhyped in our community, like it's everywhere in the mainstream. But if that is the way that people gain access to such a alternative magical way of seeing the world, then so be it. Like that's such a great thing that we are able to not only openly express ourselves with these kind of identities now, because that wasn't a thing many years back, but also it's a very nice, warm and welcoming way to get people to ask themselves big questions about their consciousness and the way they're living. And, you know, seeing candles and TK Maxx that help you connect to your higher self can open a Pandora's box of many questions. Like, what is a higher self? To someone who may have never even asked or considered that ever in their entire lifetime, or to all of a sudden be wondering, you know, what does that actually mean? And then therefore realizing it's just your favorite self. It's just like the best version of you that always is going to exist in a timeline somewhere. It's just kind of matching our own life to that frequency that we're drawn to and that we want to be, in many different modes and methods of doing so, such as pendulums, to live the best life that we possibly can for ourselves, because who wouldn't want that? Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, then make sure you subscribe to my channel to be notified every time I make a brand new video. I can read your tarot cards if you feel drawn to this more magical side of yourself, but you want to know how I can help you with that. I can help you with anything. If there's human experiences you're struggling with, I can help you with that also. Please book in with me. I've got a calendar available online that you can just select when you would like your reading sent to you by, and I'm on social media such as Facebook and Instagram if you want to contact me on any of them or see what I'm doing behind the scenes of my more YouTube world, and you can go do that. Thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.